Install unthreading film. Start by removing the quick release nuts. Press the two red buttons on the nut and remove. Once both quick release nuts are removed, slide the outer retaining disc off the center shaft. With the outer disc removed, place the roll of film on the unwind assembly shaft or on the black plastic centering disc. Then reinstall the outer disc. Ensure the roll of film is installed so it will unwind in a counterclockwise direction around the tension bar. You must make sure that the core of the film is on the black plastic disc or hub. Otherwise the unwind will not work properly. You can now reinstall the quick release nuts. With your film installed, pull the end of the film down and around the tension bar. As you then pull the film upward, tension should be released off the unwind assembly. If your machine is equipped with a vertical perforation system, turn the knob clockwise to lift the perforator blade. Continue to lift the film up and over the unit through the vertical perforator if equipped. Move around to the front of the machine. You can now insert the film spreader tool. With the spreader tool inserted into the film, pull approximately 10 inches of film past the tool. This will help you guide the film into the machine. Depending on the spreader tool being used, you may need to open or close the roller spacing. For any spreader tool smaller than 60 mm, the roller spacing should be set to the in position. For spreader tools larger than 60 mm, the roller spacing should be set to the outer position. The roller guides should also move freely under spring tension. If they do not move freely, simply loosen the socket head cap screw until they move. The spreader tool should be installed centered between the spring-loaded roller guides. With everything properly set, the film can be pulled down slightly. Please note, you should not feel any resistance. Machine startup. With the air on and the machine plugged in, twist the machine e-stop clockwise to release. Press the green menu button on the main menu HMI screen. From the menu drop-down, press Apply Bands, then hit Enter. Once back on the main menu screen, press Manual to manually apply a few bands to ensure everything is operating correctly before running in auto. Making adjustments. With a ruler, measure the height of the neck of your bottle. This will be a good starting point. If the menu button is not illuminated green, press the Abort button. Now touch the green menu button to access the drop-down menu. Now press the Adjust Settings button and hit Enter. Touch the feed length value to adjust the setting and input the physical measurement you took of your bottle neck earlier. Once complete, touch the red Done button to return to the main menu screen. Test out a few neck bands by running in manual mode. Follow the previous steps to make any adjustments. Depending on the length of the neck band, you may need to make adjustments to the neck band holder. To do this, start by removing it from the machine. You can make a wide variety of adjustments depending on your band diameter and length. Loosen either the nut for slotted adjustment and/or use the 2 slotted screws to make adjustments as needed. There is also a large band holder included with the machine. Once the adjustments are made, replace the band holder in the machine. Keep in mind the band holder's purpose is to steady larger, more floppy bands. For small bands, these may not always be needed. However, sometimes it helps guide the band onto the bottle. With the band holder in place, test a few more bands in manual mode to ensure nothing is touching or rubbing. The band holder must be above the level of the applied band so it will not interfere with the movement of the container. With the machine turned off, you can manually extend the band tamp cylinder to ensure it does not interfere with the band holder. You can also adjust the height of the cylinder by loosening the socket head cap screw. You will want to make sure that when the cylinder is fully extended, it does not interfere or touch the bottle. When adjusting, first make a mark for reference. Then loosen the socket head cap screw with the tools provided. Slowly adjust the cylinder up or down and make sure the tamp arm remains straight. When finished, retighten the socket head cap screw. You can adjust the angle of the band tamp cylinder by loosening the socket head cap screw. Once you feel you have the right angle set, retighten the cap screw. When changing band diameters, you may need to adjust the centering location of the band tamp cylinder. Do this by loosening the 2 socket head cap screws. Once centered, retighten the cap screws. When finished, it is important to make sure you have clearance from the band holder and the band tamp cylinder. Move the band holder if necessary. Height adjustment. Once you have determined the height of the band you wish to apply, place a capped bottle or container on the conveyor and slowly slide it under the band. Adjust the height of the machine until the band is located just above the bottle or container. To adjust the height of the machine, turn the handle, located underneath the machine on the front of the conveyor, clockwise or counterclockwise. If needed, you can also adjust the angle of the band and the band tamp cylinder so the bottle travels inside the band for more consistent applications. Running in auto. Now that the height of the machine has been set, determine the conveyor speed you wish to run at. The heat tunnel and quality of the shrink will determine the speed. Place the bottle or container approximately half an inch from the front center of the band. Adjust the product start sensor so that it's located around the bottle or neck. You can also program a delay from when the sensor sees the bottle to when it applies the band if needed. This ensures that the sensor doesn't accidentally see the band and repeatedly trigger. Next, adjust the conveyor rails so they are close enough together to guide the bottle center of the band. Too much of a gap in the rail will cause inconsistent application of the neck bands. Adjust the bottle separator wheel as needed. You can adjust the bottle separator horizontally and vertically by loosening up the socket head cap screws. Please note, having the bottle separator too high may result in bottles tipping over. Once adjustments have been made, tighten the socket head cap screws. It's a good idea to have a separate rail for the separator portion if running glass containers. After adjusting, verify the bottle still travels to the center of the band after separation. You can now run a test bottle in automatic mode. There is also a band push-down bracket located after the machine. Adjust this bracket if the band is sticking up past the bottle. You can also slightly bend down the bracket if needed.